Dadgummit, I keep saying it. I guess I'll say it again. I might start doing these videos earlier. It's now a little bit earlier than this. It's 15 until 3 in the morning here in Tuscaloosa. Mr. DJ, fourth video I'm going to cut. I guess it'll have to be the last one for tonight, and I do say so reluctantly. But it is a slow jam. Man, I like playing the jams. You see, I was always a big supporter of the R&B. If the R&B artist or rap artist had a really good song out in the 80s, even if it did not cross over to the top 40, the pop charts, I slapped it on my fantasy playlist, and boy, I can't wait. I think later on my fantasy playlist got Jesse Johnson crazy coming up, one of Prince's proteges, or he played with Prince in the early 80s, got that coming up, and also Stacey Lettuce, I'll nail it to the wall, man. I just love playing some of those jams. You gotta get down. Joystick by the Dance Band. Yes. You talk about some jams from the 80s, man. You talk about backbeat. You can't lose it, man. You gotta get down. Freddie Jackson at number 19, a lost 45 on my fantasy playlist, November 29th, 1986. Number 19, up 3 from 22. Gosh, it's pretty obscure now. I haven't heard this song in years. I had to listen to it on YouTube to refresh my memory. Tasty Love by Freddie Jackson. Freddie Jackson, a crooner. He was one of these. He was a Romeo, basically a Romeo, come up with these slow romantic songs. Rock Me Tonight was his first hit record. Woo! And there was a part where he got suggestive, where he said, "Let's go straight to the groove," and talk about a double entendre. And I was thinking, my God, man, I can't believe he's saying that. Of course, now by today's standards, that's nothing. That is absolutely nothing. But back then, it was like, oh, man, I don't know. He's kind of pushing it a little bit, isn't he? But, I mean, this is some jams right there. Rock Me Tonight, some slow jams by Freddie Jackson. There was a time when Freddie Jackson could do no wrong. That would be in 1985. You Are My Lady was his biggest pop hit. That came after Rock Me Tonight. And that was real big when he was serenading this woman on a bridge, I think, if I remember the video correctly. Some other hits by Freddie Jackson, Jam Tonight. Freddie Jackson from Harlem. He was singing at a church in Harlem. He was very young. He met this guy named Paul Lawrence. They hooked up, and they joined their fortunes together. Paul Lawrence became his producer, but not at first. Freddie Jackson joined Paul Lawrence's band. He played the New York club scene for a couple of years. For a while, he migrated to Los Angeles. He was lead singer. Well, he was in a group called the Mystic Merlin in Los Angeles. They put out 3 albums, but didn't do anything. Then Freddie Jackson, he moved back to New York. He teamed back up with Paul Lawrence. Paul Lawrence had a production company. I think it was called Hush Productions. Now, here's what Paul Lawrence did. He wrote songs. Paul Lawrence was a songwriter. He wrote songs, and he had Freddie Jackson sing them on a demo. Freddie Jackson got a record contract, Rock Me Tonight, which was written by Paul Lawrence. Paul Lawrence also programmed the drums on that record, and he played the keyboards on that record, Rock Me Tonight. And he also wrote Jam Tonight. Paul Lawrence did. He co-wrote this song I'm going to play for you called Tasty Love. Paul Lawrence, let me mention another thing. I knew there was something that I was missing about Paul Lawrence. He co-wrote the song Tasty Love, which is coming in at number 20 on my number 19 on my fantasy playlist. Man, I tell you, talk about some memories, man. I want the soul music to come back. I want it to come back. Please bring it back. Let's have a whole slew of good soul records with a good pounding beat to it. Let's cut down on the cussing, and let's put out some great melodies instead. Let's do it. Come on, man, let's do it. What's the hold up? Paul Lawrence, he co-wrote the song Love Come Down by Evelyn King. I love that. Well, her version of it was really good, but I love the Sweet Box version of it, which came out back in 1999. And, oh, yes, I remember that. I remember this one. Paul Lawrence also co-wrote the song You're Putting a Rush on Me by Stephanie Mills. Woo! And I tell you what, a lot of men were putting a rush on her back in the day, I'm sure. But he wrote that song. He co-wrote the song, and he produced it as well. Of course, I'm getting a little silly, but remember, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Stephanie Mills, he produced that. Well, anyway, I'm meandering all over the place. So let's go ahead and end this video right now. But I am serious. Let's put out some more good soul records. There's a few of them that's coming out, but we need more. We need more of this. Tasty Love by Freddie Jackson at number 19. Slow jams, slow mid-tempo jams, fantasy playlist, November 29th, 1986.